Hello everyone, my name is Tara and this is the channel DALIM. In this video we are going to talk about the Manifestor aura type. This is one of the 5 aura types out of the human design system. And before we get right into the topic, I want to inform you that I created 5 ebooks, one for every aura type, and they are free. You can just download them from the link in the description. With that said, let's start right away. The Manifestor aura type is very special. Around 9% of the population have this aura type, and the Manifestor aura is special because it is not what you would typically think when you think of manifestation. The typical manifestation process is more that generator kind of thing, because the generator's aura is open and enveloping. And when a generator or a manifesting generator is like being the energy of the things they want to attract, they think they want to manifest, they get those things because their aura is that open and enveloping, and they draw the things in. This is what we typically understand of manifestation. But when we talk about the manifestor aura type, it's a complete different thing. So I invite you to forget everything that you know about manifestation, especially all the things tied to the law of attraction, right? The manifestor aura is closed and repelling. It's completely different in comparison to the generator's aura type. You can see a manifestor like a straw. A manifestor, when they live in alignment, they are literally that straw from spirit, source, whatever, that just brings the new things on earth. It's really that channel who gets to bring new information on the physical plane without actually interacting with the 3D world that we can see right here in particular. So what does it look like? The manifestor walks through his life, and they will definitely know that feeling of not being understood, because when your role in this game of life is to bring new things into the world, you like the one thing about new things is other people don't know them and other people don't understand them. Therefore, the manifestor will have a lot of bright, creative, new, avant-garde ideas, and people will be like, no, that's not going to work. That is like unlogical, unrealistic, stuff like that. And manifested children, they have 2 options when they are faced with this not being understood. The one way they can react is having anger towards their outside, towards their family, their friends, their teachers, and they're like this typical ADHD, emotional disorder kid that like in class smashes their heads against the table, and like really that rebelling kind of kid. And the other way is that they put all the anger towards themselves, and they become really quiet, and they because they unlearn to trust themselves, they ask for permission for everything because they can't trust their initial feelings and urges to do something, so they always have to ask. This is like the one type that I feel really needs to be encouraged, because when you're a manifestor, I know it can be hard because you're alone when you have a new idea and you see how things could be done differently. And it's hard to trust ourselves, I know that. But imagine your life without taking those steps. Imagine that you lived your whole life, it's the day of your, like the day that you die, and you can only think of the things that you wanted to do, that you saw but you didn't do. Can you feel that pain? Connect with that feeling whenever you are stressed or feeling anxious about stepping forward and bringing your ideas into the world. Do you think of that this is the role God gave you, this is the role the universe gave you, this is what you're here to do, and we need you to do that. We really need you. We need to be more educated on human design and the manifestor type to understand you. But like I know some manifestors in my life, and I really had to learn to trust them, to trust that judgment, even if it sounds unfamiliar. And I gained so much out of it. I'm so thankful that I have manifestors in my life that inform me about the changes that are going to come, or what ideas will blossom or will work, and what they think of the world. It's so I value this so much, and I really encourage you to do the same. This was my little out of nowhere manifestor encouragement pep talk. Well, let's go back to the main topic and explain the mechanics of the manifestor aura. Right. So first of all, we have the strategy. The strategy is like your basic default mode in which you should face every situation in life. And for the manifestor, it's inform and initiate. So what does that mean? Informing is pretty easy. It's just overshare. Tell everybody what you're going to do. Therefore tell the universe what you're going to do, because when we look at the manifestor aura type, we have this motor center directly or indirectly connected to the throat. That means that in this motor center there's an urge that gets created there, and then it wants to be expressed through the throat. And this can be a very quick process, and this can be a short process as well, because after the urge is like done, after you manifested, you brought the one thing into the world, you're like, okay, what's next? Because you don't enjoy doing the same things again and again. This can be difficult for the people around you, because you're really quick in what you are interested in, which projects do you do, and to keep the peace on earth and to keep as well, like to give you the opportunity to do just what you want to do, you need to inform the people around you so that they first don't go in your way, that you have like free way to do what you want, and also that people know how they can help you. Because when you, like for example, you have this beautiful idea of making a Halloween party and you have these bright ideas how you would do it differently, because costumes and food and games and whatever, like you have this beautiful idea and you want to, like, it's the first time and you want to make a Halloween party to gather all your friends and family, because you haven't seen them so long, because we live in a freaking time. And then you have this idea, and you really have this specific things that you want to do within this party. But imagine you have like a friend and they want to help, and they do something that is completely not what you imagined. You may get angry a little bit, and that's okay, because you wanted to manifest like a special thing on earth, and somebody is like crashing in and bringing their stuff in. And the important step, the important point where we have to like change the situation is you need to inform everybody what are your plans. You need to inform, like, okay, this is my party, I want the food to be like that. I want vegan food. I want everybody to be costumed in a like spooky way, not like nobody's allowed to come as Mulan or something like that, or Elsa. And yeah, I want to have this kind of music. I want to have this kind of people, and to like really be specific and tell everyone, so nobody can like crash into your plans. And also the universe, like, as your aura is closed and repelling, you can't attract, like, I will never, okay, side note, you can do everything. Your potential is infinite, divine, and I won't like put you in the box that like makes you smaller. And yeah, I won't like, yeah, I won't put you in a box that makes you smaller, and I don't want to cut off your opportunities. But I will say that it's like harder for you to attract things through your aura because it is closed and repelling in a way. So you need to talk. You need to, everything that you do needs to be in order to attract things from the universe, you need to put something outside yourself. You need to say something. You need to do aligned action, right? Because your aura itself is repelling, but when you do something, when you put something outside of your aura, the universe can interact with it. So in order to let the universe gift you with miracles, you need to inform what you need. You need to inform basically the universe what you need. You can think of it like ordering. I just forgot the word for the people in the restaurant, maybe servant. I don't know if it's not the right word. I'm sorry. You can't like think of what you want to eat. You have to tell the guy in the kitchen what you want to eat. And this is like how manifestation, like with this drawing in universe gifting thing, works for the manifestor. So this is informing. Initiating is just going for what you want, following this inner urges, following this inner burning to bring something into the world. Initiating is basically just trusting that the things that you want to do, that they're there for a reason. And you don't have to wait for somebody to invite you. You don't have to wait for something to come in your life. You initiate your life. You initiate yourself, and you initiate everything that you want to do in your life. You are the impulse. Other people on the physical plane need you to be the impulse. And to sum that all up in like one beautiful story that I can tell, the strategy of the manifestor will apply in 4 phases, because the manifestor will go through 4 phases when they go through this I'm a straw manifestation process. And it's basically the seasons of the year. So we have spring. This is the first phase in which we like, the idea blossoms in our head. The idea of what we're going to do next is emerging in ourselves. Informing means you tell everybody what you're going to, what you're thinking of doing, and that you have this idea, and like gain some insights, tell everybody around you. So when somebody knows someone who can help you with that, they get informed as well. So informing, and then initiating, going after that idea. Then we have the second phase, summer. This is the phase where the works get done, where you're like deep in creating and like getting information from source and putting it into this project, and like really creating what you're going to create. In this phase, informing is very important for the people close to you, because you may need your like don't disturb me, I'm doing my stuff. Maybe you need that. And initiating, of course, is just initiating every step of this creation process. And make sure that you don't make compromises on the things, because accept you really like change your mind. When you compromise because like a generator comes and says, yeah, that's more realistic, you fail your mission. I'm sorry to say that, but as a manifestor, you are supposed to do things like you want them. Then we have autumn. Autumn is the phase where we basically harvest our fruits. We get like the results of our project. The project is done and it's beautiful and we enjoy the fruits of it. In this phase, it's also important to like get everyone to know, like inform everyone that we are in that phase, that now is the time to like to enjoy the project, the thing that you manifested, and also initiate the harvesting, initiate the okay, now doing and working is kind of done, and now we are like collecting. And then the fourth phase is winter. And winter needs to be informed and initiated as well. You need to tell people that you're done, because after a while you will feel, okay, great project, we all loved it, but for me it's done now. I need something else. It bores me and I want to move on to something next. And this is also a time where a manifestor can go into kind of a hermit phase where they like don't want to do anything and they need to reflect. They need to reflect on how this like came together, which what worked, what didn't, and really get in contact with like the insights they gained out of this cycle. And after they had their winter, they will come a new idea and the cycle starts from the beginning and we are in spring again. So that's the Manifestor Cycle. This was the strategy, and now we move on to the signature and the non-self theme. The signature and the non-self theme are basically the green and the red light in your system that tell you basically if you're on the right path or not. So the green light is basically the sign that you're like on the right path, that you're doing everything right, that you can just continue doing what you're doing and everything is like fine. And the red light is the sign that something's off, that you need to check and need to recalibrate what you're doing. And we start with the red light. It's called the non-self theme, technically in human design. And for the manifestor aura type, it's anger. And we heard about it in the first, like in the introduction. Anger arises when you are not following your urges, your inner urges to do something. If you are like have ideas and you want to do things differently and people from the outside tell you, no, that's unrealistic, you can't do that, that's wrong, that's all those things people tell manifestors. And I want to go deeper with that because I think it's really interesting how energy works in this case. So we have the motor center, which generates an impulse, and we have this connection to the throat, which allows this impulse to flow freely into the outer world through the throat center. If we suppress this impulse from the motor center, this inner urge to do something, we hold back intense energy, because emotion is actually just energy in motion. And when we suppress this inner urge, this energy needs to go somewhere. This energy just can't like be away. This is not how energy works. There's this beautiful, we will get into that when we talk about the actual science of human design, but actually energy is never going to like away. It's not, this is not how energy works. Even in like hardcore physics, it's not how energy works. Energy has to go somewhere, right? And when we suppress this inner urge to create something, we need to process this energy another way. And that's the reason why anger arises. Anger is a way of releasing a lot of intense energy, a lot of intense motor center energy. And I already explained how like we can put the anger outside ourselves, project it to other people, or draw it inside ourselves and yeah, put the energy and the anger inside of ourselves. What I want to say is, this really got me into feelings because anger is a strong emotion. Nothing is wrong when you feel angry, in a way that you're not to blame, other people are not to blame, and anger itself is not to blame. When you have this machine and you have this red light popping up, you won't blame the red light or the machine. You would just go open the machine, check what's not working, and you fix it, and then you're fine. Anger, I really emphasize here that anger is a neutral, like the non-self theme is a neutral sign that something is not working, and anger is a healthy response to release the energy out of your body. Therefore, I really suggest shaking, dancing, screaming, and doing stuff that releases that anger in a healthy way. Because if we project it to other people, that's like just unfriendly. We don't do that. But if we instead put the energy and the anger inwards, it's also not healthy. Not healthy. So we want to find like channels to put the anger outside our system, and like, as I said, shaking, dancing and screaming will help. Whenever you have that urges and you don't follow them, anger will arise because the energy needs to go somewhere. Really, when you have that anger, it's already too late, right? You already didn't follow this urge. It's not a problem. You will get new urges, new impulses. Release the energy and wait. Be conscious for the next impulses, and then please follow them, because whenever you follow those impulses, you get better and better in recognizing them, and also you will gain self-trust, because you will see that when you follow those impulses, beautiful things happen in your life. And then you have like this experience that trusting yourself, your impulses will bring you great things, and then it will get easier and easier. So this is the non-self theme, this is the red light, and now we move on to the green light. The green light is your signature. This is basically the feeling that you get when everything is just working out perfectly. And your signature is peace. Peace. It's a feeling when you followed your heart. You trusted yourself. You brought new things into the physical plane, and you just feel that releasing feeling of, it's done. I did what I came here to do on earth, and I'm peaceful now. Because this is stress, as you saw some moments before, having those urges, bringing those things onto our world, it's kind of a stressful process. It can be. And peace is really that experience of, I did it, and I can relax now. And you can have those peaceful moments throughout your manifestation process as well, after every like little step, little detail that you did accordingly to your design. So whenever you are not in alignment, search for the actions that bring you peace, inner peace. And with that said, I think this is all for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please write me a comment if you're a manifestor. How did this resonate with you? How are your experiences? Also, I really recommend, as I said, download the free ebook and enjoy yourself reading all this information in a like linear and tidied up version. And yeah, I really thank you for being here with all my love. See you in the next video.